And there's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, he pre-fired. Oh, Wuchu. 90%, no scope, no problem.
We'll still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. Around it on Zubok. Get this cross. Begin a retake. Aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well.
Oh, pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. What is that from QB1? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say QB1 with an ace. One angle. Right into the crosshair from and he shuts it down. Has to say now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prisoners. Frosty with a third.
is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go
to
huge.
clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid series 3-1 on Inferno.
Let the Molly 10, yeah. Tutor on my coupe in the front of Benz, yeah. I just chopped the roof, what's inside again, yeah. Fendi on my lens, got us dope again. That's your red, it's gonna make me numb. Take away the pain.
Just by running, and Hips goes down. It's Nick. Nick's got 2. He's made it through, but the bomb has it. Nick, he shuts down Kudo right when they needed him most.
Dim on the lights, yeah. We get high like a spend it like a fidget, yeah.
Oh, Pixel! The fight one, he'll fight 2! Right behind him, could've get you in team.
Broke, I had to fix it, yeah. Drugs took control, she done lost her soul. I can't tell you.
And this being offside, they've gotta do it fast. 25 seconds! 80Z not taking any prisoners.
Like I left some back in your bitch, like I left some. I ain't for that. Why are you mad, kid?
And there's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but
It's not an option. Oh, he pre-fired. Oh, true. 90% no scope, no problem.
We'll still be 3 on this B side. First man dead. And 3.
Fletches for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. Around it on Zubok. Get the cross. Begin a retake. Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well. Oh!
Pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QB1? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say QB1 with an 81 angle. Right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. Has now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to
clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid series 3-1 on Inferno.
Let the Molly 10, yeah. Tutor on my coupe in the front of Benz, yeah. I just chopped the roof, what's inside again, yeah. Fendi on my lens, got us dope again. That's your red, it's gonna make me numb. Take away the pain.
Just by running, and Hips goes down. It's Nick. Nick's got 2. He's made it through, but the bomb has it. Nick, he shuts down Kudo right when they needed him most.
Dim on the lights, yeah. We get high like a spend it like a fidget, yeah.
Oh, Pixel! The fight one, he'll fight 2! Right behind him, could've get you in team.
Broke, I had to fix it, yeah. Drugs took control, she done lost her soul. I can't tell you.
And this being offside, they've gotta do it fast. 25 seconds! 80Z not taking any prisoners.
Like I left some back in your bitch, like I left some. I ain't for that. Why are you mad, kid? Niggas like that.
Don't see that one too often, but
It's not an option. Oh, it pre-fired. Oh, true. 90 degree, no scope, no problem.
we'll still be 3 on this beat fight. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. And around it on Zubok. Get the cross. Get a retake. Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well. Oh,
Pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say that he makes it. QBY with an 80 squad angle. Right into the crosshair from and he shuts it down. FJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
Contact. In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to go
has the
huge.
clutches out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid series 3-1 on Inferno.
Like a great team performance coming in from Captain and Coast side, really. Like,
And we're gonna see how this one goes. For Sent by Satan. Their side, jokes aside, I'm done. I'm literally done. Axion eSports, are you freaking kidding me? How are you coming out on top of those fights? How are you turning this round?
And there's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but
It's not an option. Oh, it pre-fired. Oh, true. 90 degree, no scope, no problem.
we'll still be 3 on this beat fight. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over the dark. And around it on Zubok. Get the cross. Get a retake. Be aware that it may be dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
he could have managed that economy well. Oh,
Pushing grabs. He could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QBY? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say that he makes it. QBY with an 80 squad angle. Right into the crosshair from and he shuts it down. FJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prison. Frosty with a third.
Contact. In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
the last man alive.
He has to go
the
huge.
clutches out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid series 3-1 on Inferno.
Gentlemen, welcome back to a delayed Volpid series season 3. I can't speak. I'm Fenris. I'm joined today by Ryan Rumbles. Ryan, how you doing?
oh, I'm doing good. How are you? And,
Doing good, doing good. So today we got a match in the 1-0 series of matches in the second round, I believe, between the Crusader Order and Axion eSports. Two teams I haven't seen before, but I'm assured by Ryan that it's going to be a fun match to see. So Ryan, tell me about these teams.
Yeah, personally, I haven't seen Axion play yet. I've only heard of them a bit, but I did cast the last game of Crusader Order. Well, the first game and the last. That was against Sent by Satan, which is a team that got now disqualified or pretty much rebranded because of a certain issue with a certain player that we can't even name. Absolutely, yeah. That was a big mess, and luckily it got cleared. Sent by Satan is rebranded now basically as Team Taco, but due to this game, which however went to several overtimes, but eventually Sent by Satan won this, but now because of the forfeit loss, Crusader Order gets the win, and thanks to this, Crusader Order now is on top of the group together with Axion, and they are meeting in the winners game.
Happy days. Well, it looks like it's going to be a spicy game. Today we've got a lineup of names that are always difficult for the casters to say. So on the side of Crusader Order, we have Lunatic, Gnome Rider, Lagaten, Sumsar, and Reti. Okay, that's there's a few mouthfuls there, and they're going to be coached by a player named as Idis. On the flip side, Axion Esports, they're going to line up with Styx, Storm Raid, Skyrix, Deoximo, and Tactical Pizza. My favorite kind of pizza. Pizza of the tactical kind.
Yeah, talking about the Crusader players, especially Gnome Rider is a new stand-in, I believe. After the winter break, some changes were made. Quite a few teams either rebranded or changed their players and lineups quite a bit into Crusader Order as well, just a bit. But Reti just pops into my mind as one of the top performers in that first round, considering he also had to battle against, quite provenly a hacker that was, and he did an incredible job there, especially on the CT side, on the same map actually, as this is the second overpass for Crusader Order, so they definitely have something to rely on here at least.
As well, you did mention we're playing on Overpass. It's a map I love. It's probably one of my favourite maps. I think it's probably one of the most even maps going out on CT side and T side. So it's not really. It depends on what team you have. Depends on where you want to start. Me personally, I love a CT start. Get those hard rounds out the way first before going on the T side. But what do you think is the most crucial element of Overpass to be holding?
I think really it is the whole mid area, because whoever gains control of it gains control of the potential rotation points. Like if we talk about like Connector and going through Fountain, you know, we see a lot of in modern CS especially, we see a lot of CT pushes happening through long, which means teams have to be more careful. Sometimes they lose some of their players through going through a playground, and yeah, I think we're gonna see quite a battle over here as well, because the last game on Overpass did go to at least 3 overtimes, I believe it was. So maybe we can see something like this here as well. But it looks like our GoTV is stuck as well. Players were still in warm up, so maybe we have to wait a bit longer.
Just gonna throw a quick reconnection into the server there, see what we can see. You're right. I personally favour the side of making sure you've got short B control, like short B and connector. If you've got those, that's crucial focal point of the map, then you can use that as a pivot to get around pretty much anywhere on the map as well. So it seems to, if you control those two areas effectively, either as T or as CT, then you can get to any point in the map you need to quickly and then cut people off or throw in a few backstabs. Even for the terror side as a fake, it's such a strong position to hold. And I do believe I am back into the server now. The warm-up is still underway. Hopefully we'll be going live very, very soon. There will of course be a knife round to witness. It's like a pistol round but just with knives.
Yeah, and yeah, we are starting very soon, but like you said, yeah, B control is very important in pro play, especially, you know, among Navi and Vitality. They pretty much exclusively play for B-side control, and the organized monster pushes pretty much start off every round on the T side, unless, you know, you're going on an eco and maybe there is an easier clash to be expected on mid. And the server is restarted once again. Well, maybe we hope to see the game starting anytime soon now.
Yeah, the server issues have been an ongoing thing for the Volpid series, and the admin team are working almost day and night to get it fixed. So they are trying their best to get it fixed, but it's just seems to be one minor problem after the other that can't be rectified. And you fix one problem, and then something else decides to pop itself up. And well, I'm back in the server, and the 9th round is underway. So hopefully that should be the end of the connection issues. And
Looks like it. Yes, we are, and already quite a few players lost as well in the process, and Axion quite aggressively won the 9th round, just Wing into Crusader and killing all of them in the process.
They did. Well, the 9th round is underway. Crusader Order did win the 9th round, and they have decided. So Axion won the 9th round, and they have decided to swap. So we'll see Axion starting on the CT side, Crusader Order starting on the T side, and hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be seeing what we're seeing right now in game. So let's get this show underway. Ryan Rumbles, over to you, my friend. Round number 1 is all yours.
Yeah, and the pistol round is starting. We are already seeing some mixed buys coming in. I believe one is the PT50, which was bought by Lunatic, dropped to Samazar, but one more PT50 in play actually in the hands of Noom Rider, and just like we talked about, it looks like a B, well, not the full B pushes classic split is in our hands right now, but it could very well be an early clash actually. Noom very passive still around tracks, of course. You have to be careful, but he was surprised though by Skyrix, just sent out of play immediately with the USB headshot. Didn't have to take another step to get that kill there. And well, now their tactics are a bit scattered around. The bomb is still back near Monster, and either Legato needs to escape and join back with the team. They are congregating now on mid, so it's going to be very difficult. Axion has all the control over A site right now, but they are actually pulling backwards. They pulled one man back, that being Tactical Pizza. However, still a man advantage. And the ESPs, this could work out very well. Hiding behind truck. It's going to be a matter of seconds until they make the entrance to site. Styx does get one. Samzar replies. It's going to be another duel, but Samzar gets the second as well. They do get the bomb planted, and Axion now have to make that retake happen. Meanwhile, Crusader Order falling back and just making a trap play.
It's a well play to get the plant down for sure, and they've now got the after plants down perfectly as well. So looks like the CT side for Axion is not going to be a negative effect for Crusaders. Oh, Samsar and Legato get one apiece, and trained out by the tactical feature gets 2. The defuse is about to go underway. He's going to expect someone to be long. 10 seconds here. He has to hold it, and already tries for the headshot, but that back of the head hitbox is not something that's easy to hit. Ladies and gentlemen, apologies for the latency on the server. It just appears to be bedding in with the new config. Hopefully that will rectify itself during the match. The admins are aware, so we'll see how that goes. Crusader Order, though, they are 1 up as we move into round number 2, and they're going to go up for some rifles rather than full SMGs, which is good. So we've got 3 Galils, an AK, and a Mac-10 coming up against 3 Deagles and 2 MP9. Still a dangerous buy to have. As well, Legato, he's already going out through playground 2 of his friends. There is one player down in the connector. He does have the Mac-10, and Deoximo will finally trade out his friend Styx, who goes down early. And well, down to a 4-on-4 we go as they push straight down long. No holding these horses as they sprint. The weapons are on their backs, and off they go. The bomb is following close behind, and well, A-site is all theirs. Not that they know it yet. Just Storm Raid already on the quick rotate to try and get something done. And he will hear all the sound cues, folks, going down, and the bomb will be planted very, very soon. He has given away his position with the Deagle, but that's only one player. They do know there's a player in connector, and well, let's have a look who's this. It's Gnome Rider who's going out from upper toilets. He does go down though. The headshot was crisp. Skyrix gets the opener on the retake, and oh, he finds another as well. Retty goes down. It's now a 2 versus 4. Weapon advantage still in the hands, but Skyrix finds a third. He's on his way in for a 4K, and just Legato coming down long. Has to be careful. He will be heard. He does find the first. There is the fuse on the way though. Second go down. Legato does find the third, and oh no, he didn't realise he was still on the bomb. Ninja from under his feet, Legato.
Yeah, it was a bit of a chase now, but that economy also equalizing now. Still 2 AKs in play for... I'm sorry, actually an AK and a Galil, my eyes are deceiving me. But they do buy one more to have it, I think it was. And now, well, the buys are quite equal, but Dioximo already has an AWP in play. And, well, pushing quite aggressively up long as well, near balloons already. But look at this B execute coming up. However, the initial push was denied. Tactical Pizza once again in position. He was as blind as a bat, but still gets the kill. Samza tries to make a stand, but not enough. Samza still on the site, but not really much he can do there. His health is extremely low, and it gets nullified completely by Storm Raid with the MP9. Still Noom Rider alive, does get Storm Raid, but Dioximo appears from heaven and gets the AWP kill to seal this round for Axion.
The damage has been done to the economy of Axion now. They did win the round, and they have won 2 of the 3, but they're not going to be able to go for a full M4 buy and get the utility they want, so they're going to have to drop down to at least 1 FAMAS and an MP9 just so they can hold utility. On the flip side, we've got a Tech 9 coming in, no utility bought at all for Crusader as they come in for 4 Glocks, maybe looking for a quick kill and a plant.
Yeah, it looks like an A push possibly, or connector. Well, with pistols, you don't really want to push up connector, but it looks like they are still doing it. And luckily for them, Axion is not guarding this area at all. But the gun advantage is obviously huge, and they just need to get something out of that eco. Look at Nix, he's just blindly firing through the smoke. Nearly gets 2 actually, but Rechti makes his appearance. This time the Glock doesn't fail, does get 6 down, but Dioximo just jumps around the corner and gets Lunatic. Noom Rider falls as well. Tactical Bits are following up with the kills. Rechti trying to get anything out of this. Samza now just spraying around wildly trying to secure his back, but no, nothing is coming out of this for Crusader Order, and very, very erratic round this has been, and Axion really, well, it's not really dominant as well, because Crusader Order just rushing in, and obviously it was an eco, but they could have done better there.
They could, and it's round number 5. There's now a full buy coming up, 5 AKs against, well, I'd say weapon advantage goes to Crusader as well, because there's still a FAMAS sat in the hands of Styx, but he's been pretty precise with his shots so far, so spread it out into a bit of a default. 1 player down into connector, 1 up on short B, so they do have control of what I think is the critical areas of the map. Samsa, though, is not going to hold for control. He's moving around to short B. The remainder of his team spread out and are pretty much line across the minimap. Coming up against, well, it looks like even defense there, so 1 up in upper toilets, 1 down by lower, and the rest over on B. Initial contact looks to be made through Reti. He's going to upper toilet. Does he get the peek? He doesn't. Left down peek missing out. And Stick was find the headshot. A little bit of a wallbang as well, and no trade coming in as Tactical Pizza finds himself the second. And whilst there's 2 players down and 8 health apiece on a site, the damage has been done because there's 2 on 0 for Crusader, and now they've got to try and find their way into the site and get the plant with just 3 players. The bomb up alone and exposed in headshot, trying to find a way into the site. Will be spotted out by Tactical Pizza, who finds himself the second for the round, and another nice little spray down from him will allow his team to come out in defense of A site. Samsa, though, he's still stuck down on B site. Down on B short, so I'm not sure what he plans to do from there. Sticks coming around upper toilets looking for the backstab as Gnome Rider left alone on A site trying to find something. Samsa does find 1, Gnome Rider finds another, and well, it's just Storm Raid to end that reign of terror over on the A site. 1 versus 3, he's moving towards the bomb. Does have a little bit of time if he can find a frag, but he's not going to have much because the 2 players up behind Optimus. Storm Raid finds the frag, and there we have it, 4-1. Axion eSports.
Yeah, like you said, the FAMAS might have caused a disadvantage, but it actually justified itself. Just Styx did enough with the opening kill to win that round for Axion, and now they are securing their bank as well. And Crusader, well, are they going with another eco? It looks like it, because it's unlikely they can really buy anything here. And 1 Tech 9 in play, rest of them on Deagles. Really not much you can do here, yeah, and Samza are always left aligned as the last man, and he's just overwhelmed by rest of them. DXimo already with the opening kill on Noom Rider, who was pushing up towards a long but playground play from Red is very sneaky, does get sticks down with a couple of shots. Meanwhile, Skyrex is defending B-ramp very effectively. And Samsa and Rekti, once again, the last two standing. They have to make their way to A side somehow. Now, Samsa has picked up the bomb, however, Dioximo already having control over long, smoking off the back and maybe checking into toilets now. Not much options left for Crusader Order really in here.
I think a save may be on the cards. They do have an M4, but it's not going to work out for the economy of the team. So maybe just try to find something. If they can get the entrance onto A, it's 2 versus 1, and it is an AWP, so they could potentially trade out at as a worst case scenario. They do have the opportunity to bring something clutch out of this game, or this round, sorry.
Behind unsure as well, but does find something. Yeah, he was peeking different ways. Meanwhile, didn't expect the second one maybe to peek there as well. Rekti now reclaims the bomb.
Clever play.
Does he still have the time? I'm afraid not. So he's just running. He's just running. He can very well maybe do it.
As long as he gets through the gauntlet from up top, and Storm Raid's already there to survive the headshot. And well, clever play from Rekti, but unfortunately didn't work out for him as we go into round number 7. The scoreboard stands at 5-1. Axion eSports carrying away, rolling away with this steamroller of a round so far. And look at that, it's 5 in a row. They lost the pistol round and just brought 5 straight back.
Yeah, absolutely, and all the kills on the board as well, quite equal. Axion doing very well, just putting their foot down and defending the site. Don't even let Crusader really plant the bomb. If they do, it's usually defended, so which was just one round basically, and already in a real fight breaking out, but nothing really there. Legatin pretty much scared himself, but they are trying to make them move on to B site, and nade struck
a lot of utility going on the head.
Yeah, Dioximo in a very good position to maybe catch someone. Skyrex right across, hugging the left side of the wall now. Legatin throwing a nade in. Does hit Dioximo actually for quite a bit of damage, but that B site is crowded and that entry needs to be clean and crisp from Legatin if he's gonna make it. Skyrex gonna round the corner. That smoke is refreshed and still some more time, but Dioximo does win the first pick. Legatin goes down. That rounding the corner wasn't as fast as he would have hoped. Skyrex still hugging the corner and does get something down. It's not very usual seeing someone hugging the left wall like this, but Skyrex pulled it off very well. Dioximo gets the second one, and Noomrider and Rekti left the line. Now they have to make that choice of whether Rekti is sprinting towards A site, and as he has to, because Noomrider falls together with rest of the squad on B site, and Rekti already involved himself in a duel. Didn't even see Tactical Pizza lurking in toilets, and down he goes as well. 6-1 for Axion already.
And we do have a tactical timeout coming out. I believe this will be from Crusader Order. It'll be silly for them not to right now, because Crusader Order, they are down 6-1 on a 6-round loss streak. So they do have the money to buy into this round. They're going to get some rifles, maybe just 1 gun or maybe 2, depending on what Samsar's going to buy here. And they will have some utility. Now, on the flip side, I mean, the economy, it's not exactly booming. The scoreline doesn't really give credit to Crusader Order's actual performance, because I mean they're not far behind if you're looking at just solely on frags.
Oh yeah, so they've been doing generally well. I mean, according how killing goes, but it's just like that finishing touches missing from each of the rounds, and that performance is definitely lacking compared to the last Overpass game.
It is, as we move
in which you could say they were facing a stronger opponent as well. And well, yeah, I mean maybe something could change on the CT side, but there's still half of the first half left to go. So
half of the first half. It's a pretty hard one to say that, but as we move into round number 8, 6-1, some early control over towards Party has been gained, and Axion have just dropped straight back onto A. They've gone from their aggressive A holding style back into a passive one, so they're changing things up just as much as Crusader Order are, and it looks like we're going to have an A execute as well as they start to line up the smokes over towards the divider. That Molotov, perfectly timed, will force the players of Crusader Order to drop their smokes, and Sticks will go for a quick peek on Rekti. So well played from him, perfect timing. Spray down through the smoke does only 7 damage. Dioximo there in support, final player over and long. won't be traded out. Neither player traded out, especially as well, Substar will find one, but Sticks finds another. Scarix is there as well. Just one player left alive. Lunatic up against 4. Sticks down on 1 HP, but he shows no sign of holding off as he's going to peek his way through that smoke. Down he goes, and the bomb is in the hands of Lunatic, but only 13 HP left to work with. He's going to have to play this one nice and smart. I think he's picked the wrong site here. We've got 2 players heading back up to hold off the A site. Deoximo and Stormraid will be there to greet him if he does push his way.
Yeah, Deoximo repositioning himself as well, just to look at that long exit near the side, and most likely an attic will go down there when he starts rounding that corner. Well, he expects someone on bins, but can he see Deoximo as well? I guess he heard the shot now, but Stormraid steps in anyways, and Axion continue the winning ways, and it's been yeah, it's been one-sided. I mean, Crusader, although like you said, they do get the kills, but they always get stuck here during these pushes, and then the utility of Axion goes down, and then they're just stuck in the stalemate situation. They lose the men in the process, and it's usually just 1 or 2 standing who have to make the choice of whether to rotate or just push on.
This is looking like a fairly one-sided map right now. Actually, eSports just running away with it, 7-1, and forcing to get another deco. 2 Tech 9s, 3 Deagles, and well, Stormraid aggressive operate to short B. Not something you would expect, especially as he's going to get 3 people pushed down him. He does find 1, makes traded up. Scarring there to find another. He finds 2, in fact, as Lunatic was trade him out eventually. And wow, into a 3 versus 2 we go. Flash is coming down to prevent any further aggression, but weapons have been collected. Lunatic and Sumsar now are armed to the teeth. Tactical Pizza looking to see if he can buy himself something. He pushes round towards short. We'll see no one there, but it's going to come down to sound cues now as they're pushing down Banana. Sumsar aggressive through toilets has been heard, and rotates already underway. Deximo in defense with the AWP so far, not made a foot wrong. Nice little one-way from him. But it's got to be seen as Substar will find Sticks. They'll think that he was the only one. That smoke that was thrown by Duxmo has got to put himself in a bad position, because they've got the bomb down and off they go in defense. 2 versus 2, the best chance Crusader would have had since round number 1 to put another round on the scoreboard, and it's going to come down to who holds their nerve the most. Oh, and a foot has been spotted there. That's Lunatic's foot sticking out the back of the divider. Not going to matter though, because Tactical Pizza pushes him and will find him. But Deximo's there holding the angle with the AWP. Gets the first. He's going to check. Doesn't see anyone. Is he going to go for the same mistake he made last time? Holding the defuse? He is not. 10-second countdown is on. He's going to go for another tap. And he's holding this time. He's holding this time. Oh, he's got the defuse!
Excellent.
Hesitation in the attack, and there we go. 8-1 to Axion's Crusader order, unable to convert yet another round, find themselves 1 further away from the total score they need.
Yeah, Deoximo did so well there, was just, you know, staying composed and faking first time. Works pretty much as well, but yeah, Samsar just... Not sure they did not notice him there, but it works out once again. Now a 7-round lead, and the CT side is secured for Axion at least, and now it's just a question of maximizing their performance to move on to the T side. Unscarred Noom Rider, however, gets the kill as well, with Attic following up, and the A side of the map actually is opening up very well for Crusader, although this is really a round they need to pocket now. Skyrix, however, does have an answer. Samsar, who was lurking around Monster, but this time closed down, and you know, I wanted to say Axion is doing so well actually with the utility as well. Like last round we saw them smoking off Monster, them mulling off tracks, and then I guess Deoximo didn't even expect everybody to push through the molly. This is why he nearly got the collateral as well, probably aiming only for 1 player. Legaten, oh, a risky kill there, just pushing through the corner, but it works out. Tactical Pizza still taking the duel, hopping through 1 smoke into another. Legaten, however, sprays him down with a pistol. Skyrix re-enters the spray, but Noom Rider just puts a final touch to it, and Crusader, although still have something to say in this game.
Well, as we look at these cams, we can just see that Tactical Pizza has the hairdo. That's what Tactical Pizza's got. 8-2, Crusader Order finally bringing 1 round back, even though actually eSports, they have won the half. They've got over the 7 needed to be able to win the half, so they've won that and they could be happy. And look at this. They won 8 rounds in a row. They lost 1 round and they're forced into a deco. I mean, it just goes to show that Crusader Order, they've been winning the rounds at least. And a fast, aggressive play from 3 players coming down into short B as connector door has been opened and Lunatic does find the opener. And he finds himself a second as well. That's 2 for him to open up this round. And he finds the third as well. That's 3 in a row. Quick succession. They have B site, but already on the rotate sticks down there. Oh no, look at Dioximo. Bomb has been seen going down towards A site, and Dioximo's already on the flank. Unable to get the headshot, does find the spray down with a deagle eventually. He has to be careful, he doesn't know to play after a side. Oh, here it is! That headshot was just disgusting. He has picked himself up an AWP as well. We know he's dangerous with this, and I imagine right now Lunatic's off on the rush to try and find himself this ace. Holding down at grey box, gets himself flashed and has been spotted though. And oh, he does some damage. Oh, finds the ace down to 34 HP. I don't think he's going to be allowed as Dioximo's fleeing for his life. Straight up through banana into toilets he goes and saves the AWP.
Yeah, good decision. I mean, he really tried, but it missed a shot. Which...
There it is! Lunatic finds the ace on the exit. There we have it. 8-3 and an ace. Although an anti-deco ace nonetheless is found. And, well, we could put another ace on the books.
Yeah, well done from Crusader although, but you know, Dioximo was close to pulling it off. He missed that one shot in the player on truck. I think it was like himself actually, and yeah, you know, it was so close for Dioximo doing it again. But obviously, 1 against 3, these situations are quite unbearable for any player, and Crusader are slowly getting their way back into it. I mean, looking like these split pushes now seem to be working out, especially when they cut into Squeaky, but however, Storm Raid just coldly shotgunning them down. Look at that hip firing. 2 of them entering through Thrax, and Storm Raid is guarding all of the watery area there, and no escape from Crusader although now, however, Samsar again, good lurks all around the map and does find sticks, but the bomb is down under Axion's control. Noom Rider pretty much back of the T spawn, nobody really to move either. Samsar moving into connector himself now, possibly trying to get that bomb. Dioximo in a very sneaky position, but he's discovered by Samsar. Throws in a scouting nade as well. Does he hit anybody? No, he doesn't. Skyrix throws in a molly to clear it off and just forget about it. But Samsar will he still push through it? No. Noom Rider goes down and Samsar loses his patience there as well as Skyrix pushes on and gets the kill. 9th round for Axion, and yeah, it's a question of that. It's a question of teamwork. It's a question of whether Crusader Order can remain as determined as they were in these few select rounds that they have won in some special conditions. Which one of them was Axion being on, in which Axion was being on eco, of course.
The rounds they won, they get the early opener. They get the opener first, and they'll find a second opener. But so far, the trade coming from Axion is what stops Crusader Order from being able to get the opener and capitalizing. But I think as we move into round number 30, they need maybe 1, maybe 2 more rounds just to secure them. And if they can keep this frag rate up, they'll be fine over on the CT side, because it'll be tougher for Axion to break them down. In the meantime, though, in round number 13, the opening frag goes to Dioximo. That big green working wonders along for him, and already up in connector. Legatin does find the trade over onto Styx, but he's dangerously low on HP, and off down towards B they go. These steps will be heard because B site is fully equipped with manpower. Lunatic's going to bring that back down into 2-man as he finds Storm Raid. So there we go. SU underway, smokes down. 1 player over towards Barrel. It's found by Gnome Rider and removed from the map as well. But across the side of Smoke, Squares finds 1, finds 2. And there we have it, down to 2 versus 2. Samsar has to pick up the pieces, and a bomb plant away from default has allowed them to get into some excellent afterplant positions. Dioximo on his own in the 1 versus 2 does know 1 player's low, won't know where to find them, and he does have an AWP. So right now, this will be another one of those rounds where he should probably save, but I think he's even thinking better of this.
I mean, it is that risky overpass retake possibility, you know, having it smoked off, you have to come down, you have an AWP. What can you do? Don't know where enemies are. He's gonna take the AK. It looks like yeah, they really don't know where they're coming from, but he doesn't. Oh, what a big brain play going in from Dioximo, but somehow surprises him from coming in from Monster, and eventually Crusader all do get the round for themselves, but Dioximo is just next level with these plays at the end of the rounds.
Indeed it is. Oh, they've been forced into yet another eco. So they went around after winning A, and they're forced into ecos and ecos and ecos. And this one is a full eco. They've just got one upgraded pistol in the CZ for Skyrix, and off straight through A they go. It's going to be a clash over towards Fountain. There's 5 players coming out of A Fountain, 4 on the CD side. And Legata finds one, then Rider finds the second tactical. It does do some damage with a USP. Then Rider finds himself a second, down to 2 versus 4. He finds himself a third, looking for the headshot, finds it, there we have it. An anti-eco play, 9-5. Crusader Order, 1 away from getting that 9-6 scoreline, which is the best case scenario for them.
Yeah, Noob Rider was just playing Game Lab with all of the Axion players there, just picking heads out behind the fountain. But I mean, it was a good idea. Obviously, it was that classic CT go on overpass. You know, you have to push up from long, but they did get at least 1 kill, which is decent. Now they have the AWP. They have 2 FMRs, which, well, has proved to be effective. Styx has gotten a couple of kills with it, but against a full AK, I'm sorry, not full AK, someone has a Krieg in hand, as being Samzar, but he has been proving to be the most effective player for Crusader Order anyway, so it is justified.
Oh, Samzar lurking over towards that B short position. We'll be able to get some information. He'll hear the rotates. Right, and that grenade will do a little bit of damage towards Styx as well. He is in a very, very strong position. Would be stronger if he had a crossfire set up from upper toilets. Would have made that position almost impossible to break.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh,
they don't dare to creep up, and Styx was just there to surprise them. Oh, just sends Legatin flying as well. Legatin really not having the impact he had in the last overpass game, and oh, it's been a wild ride so far this game.
Retty holding the edge with smoke, and Skyrix does find one more. Retty will get the trade. Those sticks go down to him. Into a 4 versus 2 we go, and the bomb is heading back towards Connector. Just the master lurker, Samzar, down towards B, waiting for his teammate to catch up as he's looking to execute over on B very, very shortly. There is a Deagle and a FAMAS in defense, though, so this is the weaker of the 2 sites, but Utility has been held off, and it was a perfectly timed Utility because it's cut the players off. Though someone does burn alive Samzar. So now 1 versus 4, and Retty's only got 20 seconds left to get the bomb plant underway, and off up towards B he goes. I do believe we have a bit of an issue with the server again. I don't know about you, but I lost the round there towards the end. I'm not quite sure what happened, so we are going to have to reconnect to the server momentarily.
Yeah, GoTV also reportedly is pretty much out of sync with everything. It's pretty much very behind compared to the rest of what everybody is seeing and what actually is going on inside the game. So yeah, these issues are still remaining. Hopefully they'll be fixed.
Perhaps there's a break set up for as we go here, because we've got XX rounds and XX rounds on the top here, so I'm not sure what we're going on to see here. Hopefully things will get rectified very, very soon. Producer could perhaps maybe let us know if there's a break in between halftime or.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing what's really going on right now.
Well, let's take a look at the scoreboard anyway, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the scoreboard. So, leading the frag count so far, Skyrix on 19 frags to 9. Lowest on the scoreboard as well on the same team is Styx with 6 frags to 13. But taking a look at the flip side to that, he's been working that utility like a charm with 141 utility damage. So he's leading the utility damage side. So it's,
yeah, absolutely. Styx is the one who's been throwing all these mollies around, and he's usually the anchor man of Axion, and he's doing a very good job at that. And I understand he has, maybe lost some of the kills. He's been going around in toilets and just scouting around there, but sometimes he's more often than the rest. But we are restarting now, and everybody should get. Yeah, and it is a
Well, as we move into round number 16, the second half underway, it appears there's a break been timed in for the halftime, which the producers kept us confused about, but it's fine. And Axion eSports now are over on the T side. That's not right, surely. Yeah, it is right. That's correct. It's fine. The HUD is showing right for me, and they've got a pretty utility heavy play, and moving out towards Fountain is just one low player of Storm Raid, and he's just going to try and see if he can do some damage to the remainder of his team. Split between B and Connector. So I'm not quite sure where they plan to go from here, but it's a strong position to be holding so far. Up connector they go.
Yeah, very, very cautious from Axion, you know, trying to conjoin forces now on mid and maybe moving into toilets, just like Artin holding it with the USP. It might not be so easy for him, but already the duel is happening and he's getting picked apart from different angles. It's gonna be hard. He's falling back, doesn't get even one kill to maybe get an extra backbone to that defense. Reti, well, tries his best as well, but Styx getting a kill who hasn't had many as we saw it. Samzar and Noom Rider just there. Samzar gets one more. Can he repeat what he did on the T side? No, he can't. Storm Raid gets one more. Noom has to fall back, just playing around the bins, expecting somebody to maybe pop out through a truck, but they have him pincered down, and Noom Rider goes down as well. 11th round for Axion, and no need even for a bomb plant.
Tactical Pizza is my favourite player ever.
Yeah.
We're named Tactical Pizza to go with my favourite player. But yeah, 11-5, we have it. Crusader Warrior really needing to win that pistol round to bring himself back into the game, but they are not going to have the fortune. So they're going to go for upgraded pistols, a 5.7, 3 Deagles, and an MP9 to combat the fairly respectable buy of 2 AKs, 2 bills, and a Mac 10. And respect being shown from Axion, they know there could be some damage done, so they're going to go for the rifles rather than the lesser hitting MP or Mac 10s.
Yeah, they're just going all out. They know they can out-fry Crusader all then. This is what they are really going for here.
But
Reti holding long all the way back to hit mark with a Deagle. Deoximo might pick him, but no, he did enter toilets now. Storm Raid did get shot and didn't even notice the player there was marking him. Reti now falling back once again. But Axion taking their time, nothing really to rush. Deoximo, if he rounds that corner, he could be dead. And yes, surely he is. Reti is actually pretty good with the Deagle recently, but doesn't hit the one shot on Styx that he needed to. That Deagle's spray and that Deagle shake really paid him there. And now it's 4-4. The bomb is still in the hands of Axion, but A site is being controlled as well. Noom Rider checking both angles. Legatin there with the MP9, the only non-pistol in play on Crusader's side.
The defense is it's definitely better than the strong, so it's going to be a hard site to take, even with this AK card. Oh no, peeking out at just the wrong time, right into the open eyes of Skyrix. Down goes Legatin. So now the MP9 has been removed. 2 D and a 5.7. Noom Rider will find the first, but Styx is there to trade out in quick order. So now into a 2 versus 3 we go. Bomb down, and Lunatic already up on the retake. Has been stopped by a smoke. Skyrix finds the first. Tactical Pizza finds the remainder, and there we have it, 12-5. And because of that fourth buy, Crusader Order, now they're forced into an eco, so we're looking like 13-5 without any issues at all. Unless Axion really miss and ruin this round for them, it's an easy 13-5. And even after that, with the loss bonus, still going to be a bit of a rocky buy, so potentially 14-5 coming in right now. And it's not really what you want to see if you're Crusader Order. And moving into this round, the Observer appears to have dropped himself way back in spawn as we move forward. There we have it, and an early molly coming down on short B. They're not pushing, but they're not there. Down into the they go. Tactical Pizza finds one, finds 2. Oh, runs out of bullets before he can find the third. There's a trade coming in for Skyrix. He drops down into connector, all Assassin's Creed style. Does find the first. He's going to be picked off. No, he's not. He's going to escape with his life as Ghost Rider. Sorry, Noom Rider finds one. I call him Ghost Rider then. That's a cool name. Down into a 2 versus 3, and this could be considered a win for Crusader Order because they haven't found 3 with just pistols. Deoximo's there to clear up the mess left by Skyrix, but Garton goes down, and just Noom Rider with 13 HP looking to probably prevent a bomb plant. Will not be gifted by anything. He sticks with a crisp headshot. Does find the remainder of the team, and there we have it, 13-5, and a rocky buy now coming in for Crusader Order.
And yeah, you gotta give it to Crusaders. They did find 2 picks and good enough from an eco compared to what they did on the T side. You know, it's slight improvement, but of course, Axion's that's just 3 rounds away. It's not really looking too good for Crusaders now. Axion just managed to put every round, even when they seem to be behind, into their own drawer, and it's probably falling apart for Crusader. All the, you know, they're losing their men way too early. Again, Noom Rider nearly going down, and surely he does. Yes, Skyrix picks up another kill, and these pushes up the map, they are not working out for Crusader all. They're just sending a few players way too forward and overextending, and they go down all way too easily. Reti playing passively in toilets, he could make the difference here if he comes behind them, maybe rounds them up. He's gonna make his move now. Tactical pits are waiting for him as well, but Reti is making his move now. He could get the kill. Yes, he does. Tactical Pizza just jumps onto his crosshair. It's a 3-on-3. The A site is definitely under Crusader Order's control now, even though the bomb has been planted. Reti makes his emergence, does get the truck player. Oh, the nade actually kills Darwin. Sorry. Storm Raid goes down as well, and Crusader Order do get a nice, concise round on the CT side, but they need a lot more of those. Wait,
they found it.
Yeah.
They found it. That's what matters. They found that round. Despite having potentially rocky buy, they found the round. They got in behind the opponents and managed to do some damage. Reti pivotal to winning that round from the point I call pivotal in the middle. So there we have it. Round number 20. 6-13. A potential comeback on its way. Maybe we shall see, because a Mac 10 has been forced into the hands of Storm Raid rather than an AK. And well, the big green coming out for the first time in the second half. Dykesamo so pivotal in the first half. We'll find out if he'll be able to do exactly the same in the second half. So not the normal setup we've seen in the first couple of rounds. So they're going to slow things down and maybe go for a 2-1-2, and that's what they got. Two players already controlling B short, and Connector has been pulled apart by Tactical Pizza, who does find Lunatic. So, that little head peek there at the bottom of the stairs. We'll find Reti as well, and as has been the story for most of this game so far, the early kill has been found, and Sticks being boosted up over onto B. We'll find Legato as well. Just two players left alive against an onslaught of Axion eSports. Not going to be able to work out what they're going to do, but already potentially looking like they're going to have to save.
Yeah, this is just, Axion is just looking for a nice, easy closure here. Crusaders just don't have any reply here to this massacre that's been going on. Now, Axion, well, they do need to still get the bomb planted somehow, but they might as well even get the kills before that. Samzar, again, with a nice, sneaky play coming from behind, does get Sticks, but the bomb is now planted, and that retake is going to be nigh impossible, and I think Crusader Order is just going to wait players who might escape from the site.
Well, it's 14-6 after this bomb does explode to Axion eSports, and both of these teams vying to get themselves into the 2-0 category of this this tournament. So both of them looking to find their way up into the knockouts as quick as possible. Whoever does win this does have some spicy games in the 1-1 category, lose this in the 1-1 category coming up. I've seen some of the teams that have been dipped out in this so far, and all of them are looking competitive and fighting for the spots in the knockouts. But
absolutely, and Axion isn't really considered like maybe the top team of this tournament either, but they are now showing that they can definitely compete for this title, and moving on to the upper bracket is definitely a very good job from them. Of course, they will go up against even stronger teams by that means, but I mean, considering that Crusader technically lost their first game as well, so maybe that next game will be the proving point for Axion, who just seems to be coasting through this one at least.
Well, Axion eSports are 14-6 up, so they're pushing their way on into the next round with ease by the looks of it. But still, there's opportunity for Crusader Order to come back if they can capitalise on some early mistakes made by Axion, which, well, they've been few and far between this whole game. They've had an almost perfect game and already taken short B control, connector control, and monster control. It looks like B is vulnerable for a hit. Only a little bit of damage been done so far. Sometimes down to 87, and Lunatic going down, and now from a spray. No, he does find Tactical Pizza though, so he gets away with murder there. Literal murder as Sticks is taken down a little bit, and Legato does finally go down on the B site through Monster. So B has been penetrated by Skyrex, and he's been taken down to 12. In the meantime, Lunatic is gonna find Sticks. So early aggression found and neutralized. Nobody to find Storm Raid, and down to 2 versus 4 we go. Dykesamo with that fantastic quick flick onto Lunatic to remove him from the map and bring it back into an almost manageable 2 versus 3 for Axiom.
Yeah,
What?
complete overkill, and Lunatic already had just 2 HP remaining from the last squeaky duels, but no. It's a 3 and 2 Crusader, or they still have everything in their own hands. Reti could make that sneak from behind once again, and sure enough, they are now checking back. Skyrix is gonna make the plant. Reti, a very nice clean headshot, and now falls back. Waiting on rest of the
He's
players
missed
to
it.
follow up,
He's
and
missed
no.
it. He had
Yeah,
all the
Dioximo
time
gets
to
1
get it, and he
kill.
missed it.
Yeah. Well, it's just time is your enemy in CS, especially if you're a terrorist, and Dioximo could have maybe made that plant, but yeah, it's just unfortunate that they did not check toilets beforehand, and Crusader although still have some very little hope remaining.
Oh, I believe. I'm a big fan of the underdog plays, and Crusader Order, they're on my underdog list right now, so they're looking to bring themselves back in. And still another rocky buy coming in. 2 Mac 10s in the hands of 2 players for Axion eSports as they've looked to go for a straight B push, and smoke going down to prevent the Rushing Monster's not going to have any effect. Straight through they go. Tactical Pizza already on site along with his teammates, and Dioximo with that effect will be finding spots, but it's Tactical Pizza and Sticks to open up as Sumsar does finally find a trade, but Dioximo finds Sumsar, so the trade's not going in the favour of Crusader Order, and the change in aggression Paramount so far in this round has allowed the bomb plant to go down, and well, the retakes, they're kind of stuck towards the edge of the site working out how they can get into this.
Yeah, I mean against such an aggressive B push, you can't really do anything. Numrite, however, with a nice nade, does get Dioximo down there in water, but Reti does find another one. Tactical Pizza now. They still need to call the bomb. Reti is still alive, and he is a monster on CT's side. The last overpass game definitely proved that. He does get one. Does he get Storm Raid as well? He's just playing around the corner, but Storm Raid is faster on the trigger and puts Axion eSports just 1 round away from the match win.
Match point gained by Axion eSports, 15-7. Crusader Order now have to pile everything into every round they've got, and it's going to be a tough ask. And round number 23 looks like it could be the end, because look at the buys. 1 M4, 1 MP9, a Deagle, and 5.7, and whatever Sumsar's going to come up with, he hasn't even bought yet. He does buy himself a FAMAS utility. It is less than light on the ground as well, and well, they're kind of stuck up against a wall.
Yeah, looks like majority of Axion is also moving up towards A, possibly at least making an outside play, and Crusader Order is vulnerable. They only have 2 players there. Reti, however, on the rifle, maybe he can get something with the A1S, but they are not looking to engage from this angle. They are pushing down to Tollage just where he is, and they could round the corner. Numrider, however, on the other angle, doesn't hit the 1 dig. Oh, this is going to be very hard. Reti, does he get the kill? No, and that could be crucial. Axion eSports very close to winning this. Now Reti goes down, so does Gnome Rider, and all everybody's emerging from under now. Legatin does get 1 MP9 spray. Does he get the second? No. Dioximo with a superior weapon gets the kill. Most of them have lost a lot of HP, but the bomb is planted. Samzar needs to make an exceptional sequence of kills from this one if he wants to save it for Crusader Order. Lunatic coming from behind does get 1, maybe rest of them should be taken down as well. Lunatic still making it possible. Sticks! It's the 1-on-1, Lunatic against Sticks. Is he gonna make the defuse? There is almost no time. If he goes for the kill, he can't maybe make a defuse, and surely he does take the duel, but he loses it. Oh dear. Oh.
Well, there we have it. It was 16-7?
Yeah, 7.
Damn. I was vying for the underdog to come back into that game. 16-7. Lunatic having a bit of a wonderful last resurgence into the round there. Finds himself 3 frags, but unable to convert the round. This is stuck in a low 1v1. But, well, what can you say? Axion eSports, they didn't put a foot wrong across the entire game, and they won out what looked to be like an easy game.
Yeah, considering how dominant, well not dominant, but just very consistent Crusader Order were in the last overpass game, it's really a surprise because the CT side really crumbled here, but the CT side on the last game was impeccable almost, and I don't really know what to blame here because it wasn't exactly a bad performance for them, but just Axion was just look at the kill board, you know, everybody has over 15 kills and then Skyrix on 26. We didn't even see him very often, but when he did, he was just lethal.
Yeah, so when he pops off is what it was.
Yeah.
But there was an ace coming in from the other side, was there not?
Oh yeah, he did. He did get one ace. And what's who's the other one who got it? I think it was Samsara.
Well, there was 2 aces, I think, but
Yeah.
one was definitely an deco. Anyway, we are going to have some interviews in, so hopefully we'll be joined by some players very, very soon. Let's get some of these players across. Let's take a look. I imagine we're going to get joined by Axion first. I'm not sure. We'll see. But ladies and gentlemen, if you before we go into these, I want to apologise for the technical issues we had. Bringing this an hour to the right, so we had to start a little bit late, and then with some of the lag on the server as well. We had to get a brand new server from the server providers, and then the config it's not crystal clear, but the admins are working to make the viewing experience much better, and hopefully by the time you see Volpid series go up again, it'll be very good and ready to go. So just waiting for these players across. Ryan, what do you feel like you want to ask some of these players? I believe we're getting Lunatic in, and here he is. Lunatic, how you doing?
Well, not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Well, I tell you what, Lunatic, it wasn't the best of games for you guys today, but there was some good points. First of all, you lost 8 in a row, then all of a sudden you came back, and the round you had on your, like, when you got your second on the board, that came a couple of rounds after a timeout. And how did you manage to rally your teams into that? Because that there, it kind of just changed the end of the second half.
We just changed some strats and did something else, and it worked. Then we did it for a few rounds, and then we changed it again, and that didn't work again.
Well, that's the nature of the beast. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Ryan?
Your CT side was considerably weaker than the last overpass game, and there was.
Yeah, we had changed some things.
Yeah, obviously.
And I don't think we have a new IGL.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if you have like a new player as well, did it like mix it up a bit?
Yeah, it did mix it up a bit. Our CT side is now considerably weaker than our previous CT side. Even though the last game we had against Axion, our CT side wasn't like the strongest as well, because one player was just about to leave and he didn't really perform anything.
Well, after you.
Yeah, go ahead, Torres.
The roster changes aside, there was some good shows in the game, and I'm pretty sure, was it yourself or was someone who got the ace?
I got an ace.
You got the ace. That was fun to watch. I mean, you had me bouncing on my seat trying to get through the ace, so there was definitely some positives to have there, despite having the loss of the round. Do you have any shout outs to those guys in Twitch chat that have been watching today?
Yeah. What did I want to say? Don't lose hope. We are going to come back stronger eventually.
That's fair enough. And
we are like team spirit now. We are gonna get stronger.
What doesn't kill you makes you evidently stronger. So, well, let's have a pick. Who are you going to pick from your team to get your team's MVP for the day?
Zumzar.
Zumzar. There we go.
The most stable.
Well,
I did get the MVP, but I wouldn't pick myself as the. I did get the ace, but I wouldn't pick myself as the MVP because, well, some rounds I just died.
Well, Ryan, there we have it. Humble as well as honest. Lunatic gives the MVP to Zumzar.
Yeah. Humble and inspiring.
Lunatic, unless you got anything else to say, we're going to have to say goodbye to you and take an interview with one of the other teams. So, do you have any banter for the other team for Axion while we wait?
We will see next time who wins then.
We will see.
Third time's the charm.
Well, Lunatic, it's been an absolute pleasure watching you guys play today, and it's been fun as well.
Yeah.
Have yourself a great night.
Our next match will be stronger.
Indeed it will.
Definitely.
I hope to see you guys very, very soon.
Yeah. Thanks.
Well, have a good night. Ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. Lunatic, the man, the myth, the legend, and humble to boot as he moves off into his next match in preparation for his next team. And we've been joined by the one, the only, the sniper, Diaxibo. How you doing, Di?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. And while Lunatic's still in the channel, he did say, watch out for next time. Third time's the charm.
Yeah. That was my first time playing against them. The last time we played, I wasn't there. We had a sub, of course. But It was a close match last time. That's all I know.
Well, indeed it was.
You never know. I changed sense recently. I didn't perform that much, and you know, more time will show. Skyrix, oh my god. 26, 27.
Oh, indeed.
That's quite massive.
The story for me was watching you play. Wherever you went, kills surely followed. And do you pride yourself on being that impact AWPer, that aggressive player, or are you one that likes to switch it up and stay defensive and work for his team that way?
A lot of the time I do play for myself, the aggressiveness and the passiveness. But there's points in time where you have to play passive for your team. You have to play for them. But when I have the AWP, it's normally I play for myself. They play around me. I play for the impact.
Well, that's fair enough, and I can see it works for you, and it definitely works for your team as well. Ryan, over to you. Sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to say very, very nice aggressive performance. You know, something similar to Circle Kenny. It's a very, very nice performance. I want to say, now that you're moving further in the Swiss group, do you think you can keep this momentum going against possibly stronger opponents as well?
Possibly, yeah. At the rate that we've improved at, there's no saying where we can get. We've faced strong opponents. We've put up a fight. We've won against some. It's just all about how far we can go, how good we can get in that time. And by the looks of it, yeah, we probably could.
So, who would you single out as an MVP for a team? I guess it would be Skyrix, as you said.
Oh yeah, no, Skyrix, best rifler in the team, undoubtedly. He's the newest player. He's had the least experience in the team, and he's picked up his role perfectly.
Well, there we have it.
Him.
Skyrix is MVP for the match entirely. But Dykesman,
yeah.
Do you have any shout-outs for your fans in the chat?
Yeah, I can see them. I see Repo, Tenzo, and I think Frostex, my friends, in there as well. All of them chose to watch me. I said I had a match today, and they just came and watched on their own time. They could be playing something, they could be doing something.
Well, there we have it. The Deoximo is actually gorgeous. Spam in chat is going to be there for the rest of the Volpid series season 3.
Yeah.
So there we have it. Gorgeous Deoximo. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure watching you guys play, and congratulations on the win. I look forward to seeing you in the next round.
Thank you.
Well, Ryan, despite what the interview said, I don't care. My favourite player of the entire tournament is definitely Tactical Pizza. I mean, come on. Everyone loves the pizza, and everyone loves that pizza when it's tactical as well. So, especially with the hair. Did you see the guy's camera? Majestic is what I'm going to say right there. It's absolutely majestic.
He was eating.
He was eating as well, was he?
Yeah, he was eating the full game.
Yeah.
He does it every game.
Tactical Pizza, eating a Tactical Pizza.
If he's not the most valuable player, it's going to be the most fashionable player, at least.
Yes. Absolutely majestic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. The season. Well, I think this is the last game for this week. There's no more coming up tomorrow, so look forward to next week with the Volpid series. We'll be returning for some more games. We have some 2-0s, 1-1s, and 0-2 games coming up. So there's potentially for some spicy knockouts coming up in the next run-up of games. But Ryan, unless you have anything else, I guess that's us.
Not really, yeah. So prepare yourself for the third round, and see you next week. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Fenris, joined by Ryan, by Axion eSports, winning their game. Dykesmo, have yourself a great night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
You too.
There's the wallbang. Don't see that one too often, but...
It's not an option. Oh, he pre-fired. Oh, true. 90%, no scope, no problem.
We'll still be 3 on this beat fight. First man dead. And second. 3.
Flexes for a little bit. Now he's going to be making his way over to Dark. On Zubok. Get the cross. Retake. Aware that it may be Dark. Oh man, Frosty, he's got it.
He could have managed that economy well.
Oh, Clutching grabs. could have a second if he goes for it. He just pushes out again. This is more. What is that from QB1? He wants it. He wants the game. He wants to be able to say that he can chance. QB1 with an ace. One angle. Walking right into the crosshair Frosty. And he shuts it down. SJ now knows where to look. Frosty finds another. He's not taking any prisoners. Frosty with a third.
Contact. In position. They have me pinned. Weapons hot. Got one. Yeah. He's down. This area is clear.
The last man alive.
He has to
he
go
has to
huge.
clutch this out the 1v3. He's knocked down low from that already. 32 seconds left, and it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Hyenas Unity pick up the final kill and win the Volpid series.
Yeah, lay out at the beach, let the Molly tan. Yeah, tutor on my coupe in the front of Benz. Yeah, I just chopped the roof, what's inside the pan. Yeah, finger on my lens, got us dope again. That's your red, it's gonna make me numb. Take away the pain.
Just by running, and Hips goes down. It's Nick. Nick's got two. He's made it through, but the bomb has it. Nick, he shuts down Kuno right when they needed him most.
Dim on the lights, we get high, high like a kite. Then I'm a swim. Make it spend it like a fidget, yeah.
Two. Oh, Pixel. He'll find one. He'll find two. Right behind him. Could he get you in seat?
Broke, I had to fix it, yeah. Drugs took control, she done lost her soul. I can't tell you.
And this being offside, they've got to do it fast. 25 seconds. 80